Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Season 6 has been full of surprises so far when it comes to content, and now that we've passed sort of the mid-season mark, we're kind of on the downward slope for content if it's going to be anything like what we've had in years prior as we approach the launch of the next Call of Duty title. As we know, Season 6 is apparently set to end on November 23rd. However, with Cold War launching on the 13th, the end of Season 6 could be a bit strange since we're kind of in uncharted territory. So today we're going over what we know about the conclusion to this season, what it has in store for us, and what to expect in the coming weeks. So if you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. And as always, if you're new here, we are now less than 10,000 subs away from 600,000. The goal is to hit that before Cold War launches. So if you're interested in the latest Call of Duty news, intel updates, you name it, I am pretty much always covering that stuff. So feel free to subscribe and maybe even turn on those post notifications. Now, as mentioned, November 23rd seems to be the apparent end date for Season 6, at least according to the Battle Pass countdown timer, which is kind of strange because last year, the Dark Divide operation in Black Ops 4 didn't have any kind of countdown timer whatsoever because that was the final season prior to Modern Warfare going live. So that seemingly indicates that Season 6 is not going to be the final season for Modern Warfare. However, when it comes to Season 7 content, outside of the Battle Pass just mentioning that Season 7 exists, there's not really much that we know there, and even with Season 7 theoretically being a thing, we usually see the new seasonal promotions start about a week before any given season is going to go live. However, a week before November 23rd would be literally right after Cold War launches, so it would be very strange to promote the older COD right when a brand new one just dropped. So that's going to be a very interesting week when it comes down to it. But anyways, outside of the actual end of Season 6, in the weeks leading up to that point, there's actually a pretty decent amount of content we can expect. There's also some things that we know should be happening, some things we can assume will happen, and honestly, all of it's pretty exciting. So short term, obviously next week is going to be week 2 of the Haunting of Verdansk event. That's going to be the final week for the Haunting event in general. And there we know we're going to have TDM snipers only over in multiplayer. This one is of course pretty easy to break down. It's team deathmatch for the mode and snipers only for the weapons, so pretty basic stuff there. We also should be getting a brand new gunfight tournament next week. Although I will say this could actually end up starting this upcoming Friday, but I assume it's going to go live next Tuesday. And here, this is going to give us some brand new exclusive rewards to earn, including a brand new blueprint if you end up winning the entire thing. So yeah, there's that. And then apparently we're going to have some double XP next weekend too. Now, one thing that is a bit strange is the fact that on the Haunted roadmap, it says in week 2 we're going to have nighttime plunder, but we have that now, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. Then when it comes to the official Season 6 roadmap, the initial one that we got back at launch, the only remaining piece of content on there is going to be the butterfly knife, and as of right now, we've got no idea when that's going to be live other than the fact that it's going to be live at some point during Season 6. That should come out with a brand new challenge for the free unlock alongside a brand new store bundle as well. But outside of that, we don't have any other roadmap content that is actually confirmed. However, there is something kind of peculiar regarding the Halloween event. The countdown timer on that is currently set to expire in the middle of the night from November 2nd overnight to November 3rd. And usually the only time when things happen overnight from a Monday into a Tuesday and or a Tuesday into a Wednesday is of course a brand new title update. So while this one's not necessarily confirmed, the fact that this event is ending in the middle of the night and not at 10 a.m. Pacific time like it normally would brings up the idea of there being one final title update for Season 6 happening on November 3rd. And at that point, honestly, who knows what may stem from that? We have a few things that could end up being added in, but we don't really know anything that's set in stone as of right now. But initially, I thought the 1.28 title update was going to be the final patch for Season 6, but this Halloween event indicates that that might not be the case. And of course, when we do get closer to that time, we should have a much better idea of what's going on, and I'll be sure to keep you guys updated on that. Now, if that title update does end up happening, one thing that we saw recently that may be introduced into the game is that of a brand new DLC pistol. I will say that could also very easily be a weapon for Season 7, but a few weeks back, players started to notice a brand new untextured pistol occasionally appearing in-game. There's plenty of Reddit posts that show it off and whatnot, and it seems this pistol is very similar to that of the Makarov that of course we've seen before. So it's possible we end up getting a brand new DLC pistol before the end of Season 6, or like I said, that could be reserved for Season 7 instead. Then, something else we might get some more info on if that new title update does exist is that of the Nuke event, aka the Rebirth event, that should be going down in Warzone prior to Cold War launching. If you want to learn more about the entire Rebirth event as a whole, all the backstory and all that, I did actually talk about that a lot in a separate video, and I'll go ahead and link that down below. But as we know, it's been leaked and rumored for months now that this Nuke event is going to carry Warzone into Cold War as sort of the direct tie there. And obviously, since Cold War's launch is now right around the corner, that event should be coming up here pretty soon. Alongside that, and also while we're on the topic of Warzone and Cold War, we should theoretically be getting some kind of reveal for Warzone in Cold War at some point here pretty soon. As we know, Pawn Takes Pawn has given us reveals for the campaign, the multiplayer, and the zombies modes in Cold War. All we're missing now is Warzone, and of course, that's the one that I think carries the most interest just because we don't really know how that's going to transfer from this game to that one. But nonetheless, a Cold War Zone reveal should be taking place in the closing weeks of Season 6 too. I guess this is also a segue into some more info on the Warzone storyline and just general backstory, because coming up, I believe next week actually, we should have a brand new intel drop in Warzone. We ended up getting one last week, and going off of that bi-weekly schedule that we've had for months now, the next intel mission should be live alongside the playlist update on this upcoming Tuesday. And it's possible that that's going to be the final intel mission for Season 6, or I guess even for Modern Warfare's main year, considering that after that, the next intel will be dropping on the same week of the Cold War launch. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens there. Then the final thing I wanted to bring up when it comes to the end of Season 6 is of course the free multiplayer weekend. I don't think I've gotten any other comment more since this season started. Literally every video I see, Zach, when is that multiplayer weekend happening? And to be honest, I'm really surprised they haven't said anything about it yet. Of course, these usually happen in the first 1 or 2 weeks of any given season. I thought it might be happening with the Haunting event because we didn't have one at the start. But also, I guess it would kind of make sense if we don't have one this season, because obviously those events are used to promote free-to-play players purchasing the full game. That's why they give them like a little taste of multiplayer, if you will. And with Cold War now right around the corner, it would be kind of weird to try and promote the game that's going to be considered the old Call of Duty just a few weeks before the brand new one comes out. So it's quite possible we don't actually end up seeing a free multiplayer weekends at any point in this season. But yeah, there you have it. With all of that being said, that is effectively what we now know and what we can assume about the end of Season 6 here in Modern Warfare and Warzone. And that is going to wrap things up for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And of course, if you're new here, if you want to help us reach 600,000 subscribers before Cold War releases, feel free to subscribe. That way you can stay on top of the latest Call of Duty news, intel, updates, and basically everything else in between. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code WhosImmortal for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, and Control Freak products. All of those links can be found down in the description below, and once again, thanks so much for tuning in. Until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.